You know, it's one thing to be considered one of the worst fighting games of all time, but it's an entirely different realm for you to be considered one of the worst games on a single platform. That is the subject we're dealing with today. This is Mortal Kombat Advance. Its time in the sun has gone on in fighting game infamy. It is starting to grab a few extra eyes on it due to certain YouTube videos highlighting it. But make no mistake, this game is as advertised. It is advanced in the ways of how broken a mess it is. Let me mess with the contrast really quick. Woo! Let's get that game as clear as humanly possible. Alright, so this is technically the Super Nintendo Sega Genesis version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Hence the inclusion of Rain and Noob Saibot, hence the removal of Shiva. But if you're expecting a straight-up port,
Liu Kang,
prepare to be surprised.
your destiny.
Take note that each tower has the exact same opponent order. That we won't be keeping.
Excellent.
So here comes the Scorpion experience.
Get over here!
I just need to get one move. But you're not allowed.
Scorpion wins.
So yeah,
Flawless victory. Fight.
welcome to the Mortal Kombat game of your nightmares.
Get over here!
There is no recovery on any special moves, and Scorpion takes egregious advantage of this.
Scorpion wins.
If you took notice, on the arcade ladder, our first opponent was supposed to be Ermac. It's not. Also, on this continue screen, when they say press start to continue, they mean it. If you press any other button, you are sent back to the title screen, which we wanted to go to anyway. Seeing as I am a human being, we're not going to be playing this on normal. Let's see if easy makes any difference.
Liu Kang, choose your destiny. Excellent.
It is worth noting I do have some strategies for this game, but it's a matter of executing those strategies. Like this, for example. Low fireballs.
Liu Kang wins. Flawless victory.
Before we get too deep into how this game functions and how it manages to stay afloat with everything that's going on, this is a 4-button fighter. Punch, kick, run, and block.
Get over here!
This does reconfigure how certain special moves are done.
Finish him.
Ah,
Fatality.
it's exactly like I remember it.
Liu Kang wins.
Like I said, this does reconfigure how certain special moves are done. Forward, forward punch is your high fireball, and back, back punch is your low fireball. Your flying kick is still done with forward, forward kick. Bicycle kick is a bit different.
Fight.
There are no hold buttons anymore. Kick, 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 forward. It's also entirely worthless. By the way, when I said every special move had 0 recovery, this goes for certain special moves. Only certain moves, like the flying kick here, you can jump cancel it near the end. You have to understand, I was discovering tech about this game
Sub-Zero.
like hours before recording it. And I'm still discovering stuff as we're playing. Because this ain't Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This is starting to make... We are once again reaching the point where NES bootlegs, Master System bootlegs, they look more competent. Because at least they're trying to emulate the original game. They're merely held back by hardware.
Fatality.
The Game Boy Advance has no excuse.
Liu Kang wins.
Misaligned font and all. In all fairness, this port had absolutely nothing to do with Midway Chicago and the Mortal Kombat team. This was done by a dev team called Virtuecraft. A team that specialized in portable handheld gaming, and I use the word specialized very liberally.
Fight.
They were putting out so many games that they didn't really have time to offer them proper TLC, and this is what you get. This is what you get.
Fight.
If you're curious why I'm not doing run combos, just forget. Just don't ask. You're assuming we're playing a real fighting game when we're not.
Finish him. Friendship. Jade wins. Liu Kang.
Okay. Like, there are certain strategies that will work, but they rely on the game's special moves working. Also, note how far away we start from one another.
Liu Kang wins.
You're right, I should totally be firing off more high fireballs. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? Oh, right. That's the worst thing that could happen.
Fight.
So, now that we've established that there is really no other strategy, or else you die, I'm gonna get back to my low fireball spam if you don't mind.
Fatality.
Notice I was still able to complete the fatality, despite the fact it looked like the opponent was falling forward, and thus fatality time ends. Not in the realm of Mortal Kombat Advance. You just do it whenever you want. I wish I had saved Liu Kang for a more dignified game, but yeah, this is what we're dealing with.
Liu Kang wins.
I think that those fireballs are about 16% damage. I don't know what they are off the top of my head in arcade. But fireball damage is all over the place. I'm pretty sure Jade's boomerang takes a quarter of your life.
Fatality.
And realistically, I could have used Jade, but you see, I need a low fireball because
Liu
the
Kang
AI
wins.
just can't deal with low fireballs.
Flawless victory. Fight.
Granted, some fights are definitely worse than others. I already shown you how incredibly bullshit the Scorpion fight is.
Liu Kang wins. Flawless victory. Fight.
However, there's the Jade fight when her fireballs do insane amounts of damage.
Finish him.
Sorry.
Fatality.
You wanted to see Mortal Kombat Advance? This is what you get.
Liu Kang wins. Flawless victory.
Like, I could try to do a normal match, but it won't be a normal match. We're especially not starting that during the endurance match. Which, if I remember correctly, is Sub-Zero and Jade. Yeah, not letting you guys even think about moving. Okay, Liu Kang, you just lost the ability to shoot fireballs now? That's good.
Jade wins.
There's like some type of proximity guard that's preventing this that I need to know about? Are we discovering MK Advanced Tech on the fly? There we go. There you go. That's better. That's much better. Also, if the AI wants to, they can just basically ignore hit stun, which is great for us.
Finisher.
Also, the fireball doing random values of damage is just a high mark of gaming excellence.
Liu Kang wins.
And that brings us to your best friend and mine, Motaro. I'm going to do one fight demonstrating the Motaro experience, and then we'll get into the supposed strategy. There are a couple of moves Motaro is missing. Like, he doesn't have his grab, which is nice. But he does have double fireballs. And he does have his teleport. And if you know how good Scorpion's teleport is... Now imagine that on Motaro. Like, he does have a punch. He does have his donkey kick. But the game is so floaty, so inconsistent with run combos, you might as well not even have them.
Motaro wins.
And that's what happens if you try to fight Motaro legit. Okay,
Liu Kang.
let's get to work. And yes, these same features of Motaro apply. He reflects fireballs. So with that in mind, we just need to get him at just the right angle. And then you can keep him in block stun with constant jump kicks. This is what happens when your games have little to no recovery. You can just do this over and over, and the AI just can't deal. Also, remember to switch places when you hit the corner.
Liu Kang wins.
Or else you leave the AI to run free, and that can be bad news for your health and safety. Yep, once we get that knockdown, we'll be on easy street. Provided I keep the rhythm up and don't leave any openings. I believe we're hitting the corner. Yep. Gotta switch it over. And this is pretty much how you deal with Motaro. If I could just do this in the past 9 MK3s that we've played, that would be great. That would be good for us.
Liu Kang wins.
So that's Motaro down. But what about Shao Kahn? Now we can actually throw fireballs again. Surely this means our low fireball strat will be applicable.
Fight.
Okay, here we go. So about that. He just gets one knee above your fireball, and then you can't touch him.
Fight.
So, yeah, high fireball would normally do the trick. The problem is that it is a forward punch execution. And that means we're moving forward. That means we're causing Shao Kahn to believe that we're attacking by moving forward. So, it will work to a fault, but we need a faultless strategy.
Fight.
I give you faultless strategy. You will need to readjust your jump depending on if you hit the corner. And yeah, he's not as tall as Motaro, so this does mean that you are gonna drop it, and that can be bad. Because it means Shao Kahn gets to move and breathe, and then you don't get to have any fun. Not that I was having a blast before, mind you.
Liu Kang wins. Fight.
Alright, see if we can get this down again. I don't know where that fireball is in relative to me, which is great for us. Alright. That should be good. Nope, nope, he's still moving, he's still moving. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Hopping in between. Cross-ups. I am used to playing Marissa in Street Fighter 6, so I'm used to people crossing me up with little I can do about it. How's it feel to be on the receiving end of that, me?
Liu Kang wins.
So that is Mortal Kombat Advance. One of the biggest disappointments and one of the biggest fighting game disasters in known history. At least in sales failure, you can point to the game underperforming, but not a functional failure. The apparent death of his friend Kung Lao, when did that happen? Pretty sure Kung Lao's in games after MK3. But yeah, there was nothing advanced about this Mortal Kombat Advance. If anything, it was several steps backward. You can't even blame the hardware. I've shown you games like Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival. I've shown you games like both King of Fighters games, which EX1 isn't... Like, EX1 is below average. EX2, on the other hand, way better than it has any right to be. And of course, Guilty Gear X Advance, which despite a few issues with the AI, perfectly competent game. Oh no, not the coffee maker! At least the new coffee maker stood up and stepped up when it needed to. Unlike the people that were working on this game. But that does it for every Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 game we can look at. Next up, Mortal Kombat Trilogy.